Hi, this is Erica Dyer with Incoherent Ramblings of a Crazy Bitch. And my producer, Nick, who must have pissed this woman off so bad. Not only did she ghost him once, she connected with him again and then ghosted him twice. Nick, what the fuck?
Oh, God. Well, I shouldn't have sent her the same dick pic. I think that's the problem. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do
Like,
that.
oh,
I
I
did not.
remember that one.
Yeah, I did not do that. Did not do that. Um, yeah,
I felt bad because I told you when she reached back out to you, oh, it's fine. Maybe something come up. And talk to her. And then the bitch did it again.
I'm. God. Before we get into that, let's do the cards. Let's do the cards.
Okay. All right. 50 Shades of Grey. We'll do the basic one first.
Okay.
Oh, that's stupid. Male friends don't do this. Which friend would raid their best friend's wardrobe without asking?
Unfortunately, all my friends are different sizes. That just wouldn't work. Just wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's a stupid one. Uh, God, these are all stupid. Which goddess would love to see herself portrayed in massive? Oh, because we're goddesses. That's because it's 50 Shades of Grey. Which goddess would love to see herself portrayed in massive pornographic canvas at an art show? So, which of your friends would like to see themselves up on a big old
Let's
mural?
see. Let's see. God, I know a lot of the women I've worked with or who are kind of friends with probably might do that. I know one would for sure. One girl I've known since I was in kindergarten. She's done some S&M art here and there.
No shit.
I think she would be the one who would be okay with it. Um, I think if my ex, if she wasn't in music, she'd probably be into it as well. She'd be into it for sure. Um,
I actually, years and years ago, when I was in college, we actually had pinned up on the bulletin board. They needed nude models. I thought about it. Yeah, for the art class.
you should have. There would have been awesome charcoal drawings of you.
Yeah, exactly. And that was before, we all had cell phones and
Yeah,
Twitter and Facebook and all that.
exactly.
I wish I would have because now I can't give the shit away. I actually I could. We will talk about that.
Okay.
But but yeah, I didn't know. No. All right, 50 Shades of Grey, the
Okay.
red expansion pack. Oh, that'd be sad. Name the friend who's most likely to have only ever had sex in bed. Not the couch, not the floor, not outside, not the slide at the park, not in a
Uh,
graveyard, not a car.
well,
Um,
I I don't know my other friends like attributes, but I know it's me for sure. Like that's me for sure.
Bed only?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That actually surprises me.
I mean, well, I mean, also this was before I was like, I'd lost the weight and I'm a little bit more physically fit now. Even
Gotcha.
when I was a teenager, it didn't happen. But like, in the last few years, I've been, yeah, I couldn't move around as much, and so yeah, didn't,
Well,
the bed was the probably the best place.
and beds really are more comfortable. I agree with you there. And you can relax more and
Yeah.
not have to worry like a critter like biting your ass or something like that. Yeah. Yeah. That is very true.
hmm
All right. We'll do one more. Which friend is most likely to have purchased a sex toy but never used it?
I don't know. God, I don't know. I'm gonna name my cousin Bobby. He seems like he would be that type.
What do
Yeah,
they?
he's
What is it? Pussy pocket? Does he have a pussy pocket that he
no,
bought?
it's I have no idea I have no idea what he would have, but he seems like he'd be the guy. But no,
Ah.
they're called fleshlights. They're called fleshlights.
Oh, well, I didn't know the correct term of the
Yeah, they're yeah, they're called
male sex toy,
yeah, they're called
but
fleshlights.
I see that you did.
Yeah, yeah, because yeah, I've looked into it. I've wondered around. I wondered about it. I've hemmed and hawed about it, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, just not my thing. Not my thing.
All right. Bachelorette party card. Oh, that's stupid. Although, have you ever used a sex toy such as a vibrator? So,
Unless
uh, I'm thinking like with if for you like with oh, not by yourself. I mean, it's okay if you do, but I'm thinking like with somebody else.
um no, I haven't used it on myself. I think that would I'm uncomfortable with that and just wouldn't do it. That's just weird to me. I think I've talked about this before, putting what is it, a butt plug tail into a girl I know or knew.
Yeah.
Talked about
Yep.
that. I think that's yeah, that's as far as I've gone with something like that.
So I dated this guy once. He wanted me to take a vibrator and put it like right on his taint, like when I gave a blowjob. Yeah. I think he was a little freakier than I thought. But yeah, yeah, he enjoyed it.
Oh well.
Oh God. All right, because we missed so much time, we'll do another one. Oh, that's stupid. I've never read my partner's text messages without them knowing. Have you ever read your partner's text messages without them knowing?
Um, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I've read messages on the phone when it's like in front of me and it turns
Yeah.
on. So like that's a gray area because it's like I've read the messages
Yeah.
and it's I mean as far as I've seen, it's never been anything bad or I've ever just been like, hey, this came up. What does this mean? Like that's never happened. But I have read them, while they've like gone to take a piss or whatever, gone to pee or whatever, and come back and like the phone like will go on and off like just because it's on it's on the table or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've read them before in that context.
Simon. Yeah. Yeah. Get away. Um, so text messages, no. Same with you. Like if it's there and it happens to pop up, yeah, I'm gonna glance at it, but it's not like I'm like studying it. Now my older son was dating this cunt in high school that just kept stomping his fucking heart over and over. And they had broke up and she was flirting and stuff with him and he left his phone in the bathroom and her messages popped up and I deleted her messages. So to this day, I never told him I did that. Yeah. Um,
And a bullet was dodged.
yeah. And then but this kind of shows you my age. So I was dating this guy that it wasn't text messages on a phone, but it was an email. That's how we used to communicate. Like if we weren't picking up the phone and calling. Um, and I guessed his password into his email. And he had told me for Valentine's Day that he, couldn't go out and I better not do anything, even with a friend, blah, blah, blah. He'd made plans with his ex to go out.
Jeez.
But yet I was supposed to sit at home. And when I confronted him about it, I was the psycho one that was reading his email. So after that, I'm like, I just don't give a fuck. No?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Who's the biggest pervert? Have you ever sent or received X-rated photos over the internet?
I guess over my phone, which counts as the internet, but no, I've done it before. Yeah, I've received and sent.
Really? Now, see, that's something that I have not done.
Yeah, I've done it before, but like
Um,
I've only done it when I've been asked. I've only sent once again. I've only sent the when I've been asked. Never just like, hey, here's my dick. Like I don't just send a random dick pic. That's fucking. That's I don't understand that.
Here's
And
my dick.
yeah, I don't understand that. And that's fucking weird. Like I just don't understand that. Like I legitimately I don't get it. I really don't. And it's just weird. But no, I've had women send me pictures and then like they're like they want one back, so I have to take 30 minutes and
Get
you
the
know,
best dick pic for him.
yeah, take the best dick pic, get the lighting right and set up the lights and everything, make sure, make sure everything's in focus.
Oh god,
Yeah,
that is funny.
make sure I think about my favorite porn star and just, take a couple pictures from a couple angles and then, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
used to
just never
I
did.
used to I used to have an album of them and because I was getting requests for it, so I would just send them.
Oh god, so you would just pick one.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'd be like, I haven't
god.
sent this one and sent. So I had
Oh my
I
god.
had like 10 to choose from.
An
One of the
album of dick pics.
yeah, like you have vacation
That is
pictures, like you
fucking
have vacation
hilarious.
pictures, like one in the Alps, one in the sand, one on the beach, one on a hike. Just like you got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it, interesting.
I think that's the funniest thing I've heard you say so far. An album of dick pics.
Mhm.
Oh Jesus, that's funny.
Yep.
Once in a while, kind of like headshots. Haha. You got to update your album though.
Yeah,
Make sure it's the most current.
that's true. That's true. I mean that folder's long gone now. It's been gone for a while, so it's yeah.
Mm.
I don't feel I don't feel like taking time and do that again. It's just no. If she wants to see it, she can drive over and come see it in person. It's fine.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, one more. Have you ever been handcuffed to the bed?
No, no, but I wouldn't.
No?
No, but I wouldn't mind to try that. That
Hmm.
sounds fun. That sounds fun.
I don't like it. I don't like to be tied. I don't like to be handcuffed. It's not enjoyable to me. I had one guy handcuff me like spread eagle. I didn't like it.
That's weird.
You can't move. You
Yeah,
can't, and what's the enjoyment for me?
yeah,
For him, he's getting his rocks off because, oh, I got this chick bonded. But if I can't move my hips, if I can't, put my arms around you, what fun is it for me? For
yeah,
me, I didn't enjoy it.
yeah. No, I have had some females request to be tied up and things like that in other scenarios. The one thing I will never ever do, I will never like put on them like I've had a couple of them ask for this before and it's made me extremely uncomfortable. I've got a couple of them ask for like the rape fantasy
Mm,
and that makes me incredibly uncomfortable. I'm just like, nope, and I don't need
mm.
to see you again. That's weird.
No, for one, nowadays that puts you at a risk of them saying you crossed a line.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was
Exactly.
into it at first, but I said no, and he didn't stop because in your fantasy you specifically said don't. I.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a whole thing. Yeah, yeah, it's a whole thing. Yeah. But no, I just I wouldn't participate in something like that, especially if I didn't know the person for a very long time and we didn't
Hmm.
like there was like set boundaries and shit like that. But no, I've had a couple females ask for that and I'm just like, nah, don't do that. I'll
Now
be
I
I'll
could.
yeah,
Uh,
I'll be rough with you, but like there's
yeah,
a fucking limit with that shit.
that's what I was going to say. I could see being assertive, being rough, being, you know, push you up against the counter or whatever. But I know, like when you say rape fantasy, I think of like that true rape fantasy where they break into your home and wake you up. It's your boyfriend, but they're surprising you
Yeah,
or
yeah,
shit like that.
yeah,
Or, yeah, I don't see what the enjoyment would be from that. Rough, uh, submissive, dominant. Yeah, absolutely. But
yeah,
rape, that's not something to play around with and think is sexy.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just don't get that.
Yeah, that's why I've been being like incredibly uncomfortable because I was just like, no, I'm not playing that game. I'm sorry.
Mm, mm-mm.
I'm not playing that game. And
No.
then the one girl who said it, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. She started like berating me. I'm just like, whatever, lady. I'm out. So
Oh, no, I'm really not going to do it.
yeah, yeah. It's just like, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, not gonna
And she
happen.
needs some counseling.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She was
Mm,
yeah, she was quite messed up.
mm-mm, mm-mm. Well, you became a party animal. You had two parties 2 weekends in a row. What's up with
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I did. Let's see. Last weekend I had a birthday party Friday at here at the Battery in Atlanta, the Braves Stadium. Went to that, had a good time, met some old friends, drank, came up with some more movie ideas. So one of my friends was
Ah,
like, one of my buddies has done movies with us, but like he's like, oh, you guys haven't casted me and stuff. What's going on, man? I was like, I don't know, man. I'm not the one casting people. You got to talk to Richard and these guys.
mm-hmm.
And so he was like, oh, we need to do a slasher, and I was like 4 drinks in, and I was just like, divorce party massacre, let's do it. I'm like, oh god. And he's like, sure, why not? I'm like, that sounds interesting. I was very drunk. I was like, I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Yeah, yeah. But that happened, and my friend had his whole birthday thing Saturday. We went to go walk around the Beltline, which is a like a 3 mile path around Atlanta, just with bars and stuff like that. We did that. It's hot as shit.
Mm,
It was so hot. Oh my God.
that sucks.
Yeah. But luckily, like I got when we were done, I got back and once again drank a lot there too. And hung
Is
out with
that
what
the
do I know?
is that the one that you got stuck in the elevator?
Yeah, that's the day. That's the day. So yeah, met up at Ponce Market here in Atlanta. It's a little mall shopping area here. Met there, walked around the Beltline. Well, we didn't even walk around the Beltline. We went to 2 bars, actually 3 bars, and ate, and then it was later in the day, so we just like parted ways. Everybody who left. Everybody wanted to come over to this place did. So I got back and I showered again, put on a nice shirt, and went to his place and hung out for a bit. And some more friends came over. We hung out, we drank, we smoked, and then we went to this. We were gonna go to a club called, I think it was called the Underground or something like that. But like there's a line around the block, and we went to something called Smith's, which looked like a rundown a rundown Western saloon, but there were all like frat guys and sorority girls in there. Like that's all there was in there. It was just like really off-putting. So we went there for a bit to drink. Luckily we had a DD, so we could drink as much as we want to.
Nice.
So we drank a lot, and then eventually got bored and going back to his place. And as we were like sort of getting dropped off or like Personal Park, we walked up. His place is on the 3rd floor, and we were on the bottom. And like I always taking the elevator to his place all the time. We even took the elevator going down to you know um to go down to the car.
Hmm.
So we get in the elevator and it just closes. So and somebody presses 3 and it doesn't lift, and then all of a sudden they start pressing the buttons and doing stuff, and like the number LED thing just goes blank. Nothing's there's no numbers.
Oh,
The buttons aren't even lighting up, and we're just like,
oh, that sucks.
okay. And like, we're trying to open the door and things like that. Like I'm fine. I'm honestly fine. I'm drunk. I'm with people. It's getting a little warm. That's it. To me,
Yeah,
that's all it is, because I'm just like, we'll get out of here. It'll be
yeah,
okay.
yep,
I don't need to pee that bad. It's fine.
yep.
So call the call number, call call the services, and get the fire department or whatever. And luckily, my friend he had a neighbor he called to help direct the fire people to our elevator, which elevator we were in the building, because it's a big area.
Hmm.
There are like 4 elevators, I think, or 5, I forget. So one of the guys we were with has a panic attack.
Mm.
And I'm honestly trying not to laugh, because it's just like I get he has a phobia, and he's very uncomfortable. I'm just trying to be sort of respectful and like, not laugh.
Yeah, yeah.
But one of the girls we were with, dude, she was being so fucking weird. Started playing music, and I think she was on something, because even when we went to the bar previously, she gave the guy her credit card, and he looks at her like, "What?" And she's like, "What do you want?" And she didn't realize she gave him her credit card. So she was very, very like messed up on something. I don't know what, but she was fucking annoying.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. Very strange. But no, we got out of the elevator and we, it was fun. We walked up the stairs to his place. And we drank a little bit more, we smoked a little bit more, and we had a little bit of cake as well, and just tried to relax a little bit. And then we just went home. That was it. I forget did I do anything Sunday?
Recovered.
Recovered. That's what I did. No, I went to Six Flags because that Friday my niece my
Jesus.
my niece messaged me.
Oh yeah,
She,
yeah, yeah.
yes, she's like, "Hey, can you come to Six Flags?" And she's like 13. And I had to tell her, and she's like, "Hey, we're gonna be there at noon." I'm just like, "I'll be there at 2:30." And she's like, "Why?" I was like, I told her, like, "I'm gonna be drinking." She's like, "Oh, that's why." And I was like, "It's a social obligation. You'll understand when you're older." She's like, "Whatever, just please be there." I'm like, "I will, kid. Don't worry."
Oh.
She's my niece, and she barely asked for anything from me. So it's like, all right, fine. I'm in town. I'm here. It's fine. Whatever, whatever. So
Yep, yep.
so I did get up. I didn't drink too much. I didn't drink too much. I was just more. I was more high that weekend than I was drunk. So that dissipated quickly and didn't leave any after effects. So that's good. Drove over to to Six Flags and parked and got in. It was Jesus. Parking was $30. Stupid. And then
Damn.
when I got to the ticket booth, the woman's like, "Oh, you can get a ticket now for 80 or get online and buy a ticket for 25." I'm like, "Okay."
Mm.
So I sat there for 3 minutes going through the website, buying the ticket through that, paying through PayPal, getting the barcode, getting an email, and having the guy scan it and walking inside. I'm like, "Jesus Christ." So dumb. So dumb.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I eventually find my I guess my sister-in-law, whoever she is, she's my cousin's wife or whatever.
Hmm.
So she's sitting at the bar and drinking. She offers me a couple of beers. She gets a couple of beers too, and we just talk. I don't like her, but I'll humor her for a couple hours. It's fine.
You're a tolerator.
I'll tolerate her.
Yeah.
And before that, my mom messaged me. She's like, "Oh, Heck's gonna, so something happened at the hotel they were at. Some incident happened with your niece and some people there." I was like, "What the fuck happened?" So, my sister-in-law tells me what happens, and it's a fucking nothing burger. I swear to God, it's nothing at all. Because what happened is that they were at this, my sister-in-law and my niece and her friend are at this hotel. There's a guy who sees them and thinks they're cute. He's about their age, he's a teenager, whatever. So he starts playing ding dong ditch with them or knocking on the door and then leaving. It's like he's being a dumb teenager. It's not a big deal. It's not something bad. It's just how it is. Apparently,
Hmm.
she gets so irritated, she starts yelling at the kid down the hallway and calling security. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh God.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Mm-mm-mm.
You know? And she makes such a big deal about it that she like apparently the kid's mom comes out and he tells on the kid and then the kid gets reprimanded and whatever. I'm just like, God damn it! Like he wasn't. And plus, this wasn't after hours. It wasn't like after 10. This wasn't late at night. This wasn't,
Hmm.
frequent, or they weren't trying to bust down the door. It was just like teenagers being teenagers. That's all it was.
Yeah, yeah.
So apparently that made her mad and she thought it was like the worst thing ever. And it's like, oh my God, I'm never coming back here. Like it was the dumbest shit. The dumbest shit.
I can't say anything. I was on a cruise once with Conrad when he was younger, and I was really tired. And we were getting ready to go to bed, and it was probably around 10 o'clock. And there was these kids playing in the hallway like teenagers, and they were just loud. They were just running in and out of their room. They were just loud as fuck. And I opened the door and I'm like, I got a kid in here. Can you be quiet? And they're like, ha ha ha, ma'am. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, asshole. You don't have to talk to us like that. I'm like, fuck you, shut the fuck up. And there's Conrad like, Mom, it's okay. And they're looking at me like, you crazy bitch. And I'm like, shut up.
That
So
happened.
yeah.
That happened to a friend of mine. This guy named Jeff, a different Jeff.
Okay.
He's Gladiator Jeff because he was on the show Gladiators.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah, he's it's funny because if you don't know him, he looks like he's part of the Aryan race. He's a very tall white dude, blonde hair, blue eyes, very muscular, super nice guy, love him to death, super nice guy, fucking
Yeah.
great dude. Him and his wife, great people. But if you didn't know who they were, they look like they're part of like the alt right, like they're very like they look like that. I hate that's how they look because they're super like wonderful people.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was telling me a story like he was at a hotel and like because he was doing something for work And he's been up since like 4:30, and he had to sleep, and he's just real tired and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
people are loud in the hallway, and he literally gets in like his he gets in his he takes off all of his clothes and gets on his very bright colored running shoes, and takes a butter knife from the meal they had, and goes outside and says loudly, really fucking loudly, according to his wife, says if you do not go, if you do not shut the fuck up, I'm gonna gut you right here in this hallway. And like, I can only imagine him screaming at the top of his lungs. It's like, dude, I know you won't do that, but I mean, you want people to be quiet, so it's like, all right. It was funny to imagine, because
Got you with a butter knife.
yeah. Because he
Holy
looked like a
shit.
psycho. He's just got a butter knife and these bright fluorescent colored running shoes on, and he's just butt naked. That's it. He's
Oh
butt
my
naked
God.
in the fucking hallway. Whatever, man. Yeah,
Were they quiet?
yeah, he didn't. Yeah, there wasn't responsive to that. Like, that's it. Nothing happened. It was quiet. He got sleep, and they never
Oh
bothered
my
them
God.
again.
That is so fucking funny.
Yeah, yeah, but
God, that is
yeah.
good.
Oh god, but now Six Flags is hot as shit, man. Oh my god.
I bet.
Oh my
Mm,
god, it was terrible. But I just sat
mm.
there and drank and ate fries and drank beer. I was trying. It was weird because I was wanting to take them to a food hall here,
Yeah.
and they were all for it. And then like I get in the car, I get to my car, and she calls me from her car. She's like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna drive back now.
Oh,
They're full. They had tacos at the place, and we're just gonna go back." I'm like, whatever.
okay.
I was trying to show you some food in Atlanta, but whatever. I guess you just want to just leave. Whatever.
Yeah. Mm,
She's a weird one, anyways. I don't converse with her, so
yeah.
it's fine.
Mm, mm. So this, ouch, most recent weekend, did you do anything this weekend?
Yeah, my friends at a barbecue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I actually,
My God, you're just like a social butterfly now.
yeah, yeah, and God, this month has been crazy.
Yeah.
This next weekend, I have a friend. We're shooting stuff in my place here. It's gonna be like blood on the walls, and I have to put up plastic and stuff Friday because they're shooting Saturday.
Nice.
So, God, yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Love it.
So apparently it's for my friend's movie. He's doing a short for a movie called Fallacy, which is like basically a bunch of guys who are showing their dicks for horror movies, which is kind of hilarious. So I think it's funny. I think it's really funny.
Too bad you don't have your album. You can
That's true. That's true. But no, like it's apparently some French guys talked him into doing it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll do it, whatever."
Okay.
So, and then he asked me, he's like, "Hey, man, can I use your place? And we're shooting this, and do you mind helping me?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's no problem, whatever, it's okay."
Yeah. Something to do.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah.
but
Fuck yeah.
and luckily the movie's silent, so there's no audio that has to be worried about. We're just shooting, and it's just gonna have, it's gonna be
Oh,
fun.
okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be like a black and
Good.
white, like French clown noir thing or whatever that he wants to do. I'm like, all right, whatever, man. I don't care. Just give me the script. Tell me what shots I need to do, and we'll just do it. So
Yeah, I still need to do that one that I'm supposed to record all that remote shit.
yeah,
I was looking at the thing, I'm like, God, that has to be done by the first. Good Lord.
yeah. You got a few days.
I've just been putting it off because fucking work, this job, I can't wait till it's over. I hate working. I just want to be rich and not have to do anything for it, you know?
Yeah, I'm getting to that point too. I'm just like, God, I hate this. I really hate this.
It's like I feel like tonight, like I told you, if I'm done working, which truly I could have worked longer. I already worked a 12-hour day. It's like this is the second time I had to go back through this material, this curriculum, this guide that they had me create.
Mhm.
Did it the first time. No, we want it like this. Okay, did it the second time. Nope, we want it like this. Okay. I mean, I'm getting paid, but
It's still a pain in the ass.
yeah, I mean, obviously I'm not meeting your needs here. And it's the stupidest shit. Like I put pictures in and nobody else did in their booklets. So I had to go back through and take all the pictures out. But they want links for the pictures. So I had to put hyperlinks that would open up to an L drive where they could see the pictures if they want to. Okay.
Jeez, jeez, just
Okay.
being overly complicated.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, well, they're not going to click on the links, but sure. I get paid. So, all right.
Yeah,
We'll do it your way.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just
That's that's infuriating.
Yeah, yeah. And because it was like the second correction, like I could have been one of those people that was like, oh, it's 5 o'clock. I'm logging out. I'll finish tomorrow because I have to have it by like to get submitted. It has to be done tomorrow morning. So I'm like, well, fuckers,
It's
I
a pain in
guess
the
I'll
ass.
do it tonight.
That's a pain in the
Yeah.
ass.
Yep. Did you watch the movie or at
I
least
watched
part of it?
yeah, I watched about half of it, and then I went to the gym. I was getting my steps in for the day, so I had to go do
Good.
that.
Good.
Which
Well,
which
once you get past my tits, that's the best part. So
I mean, it was very surprising when I saw you in the first scene, and I was like, "Damn, Erica, what the fuck?" Whew.
everybody fucking makes me homeless and hit. Now, granted, I was 20 pounds heavier there.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 10 pounds
I
per
did have a
boob.
good,
Yeah, no shit.
yeah, I lost my chest, which I could get them to look close to that with, the right push up bra. But yeah, yeah, they were, and nobody ever has me dress sexy. They always have me, like I said, in my be homeless or, hillbilly cover up. It's like, oh, no, Erica, we don't need you. Because I've offered to like that one movie that's not out yet. I was like, you guys can rip my clothes off if you need to. Oh, we don't need to do that. Damn. Nobody want to see shit, man. I keep
Oh my God.
trying. I keep offering. Like you'll see a part later in that movie. I offered to be naked. No, we don't need that. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm not hideous, people, but that's all right. Since then, I got the bags cut out from under my eyes. You can really see the
Oh
bags
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you got the bags. I actually lost both bags, the bags on my chest and the bags under my eyes. So,
Jeez.
but yeah, you'll have to tell me what you think of the whole thing. Um, I can't believe they released it now. It wasn't supposed to be released until November.
Yeah. So it's probably just like a cast thing where they just gave you the links for it
Mm,
to.
no, it's out there. They told it it's on Amazon.
Oh
You can buy it on
wow.
Amazon now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
Amazon's weird.
yeah. I what the director had said was it was just the distributor was so pleased with it and excited about it. They wanted to release it early. And I'm like, but a Thanksgiving movie in July? I would have waited till at least October.
Yeah.
But oh well.
Well, they probably want to have it at least released so that whenever they do promotions of it, they can kind of give like people a QR code or a link and be like, boom, it's
Mm,
here. Go watch it. So
true. You'll have to tell me. I want to find one of the scenes. I think that would be a good one to pick for a demo reel.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to see which one's a good scene. Oh my God, and that guy was cracking me up. The dude with the mustache.
Yeah.
He's a cop in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, he was cracking me up because they actually cut out a lot of it, but he was doing that whole like,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
was like,
heard,
oh my God.
I heard that here. And your line is like, oh, I love that. I'm just like, God damn
I was dying laughing. He was so fucking funny. Oh God. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one.
it.
Oh
Oh man.
shit. And then I gotta film this that other one,
Yeah.
but I'll get it done eventually. And then I think this fall I want to say I will focus on movies and all of that, but I got bills to pay too, so unless I speaking of bills, oh my God. So you know that building I have in Columbia City that I'm selling?
Yeah.
And remember how I don't know if I ever told you there was a discrepancy in what they said they should owe and what I said they owed.
Yeah, yeah. I think we talked
And
about
I
that.
hired, yep. So 2 months ago, it's been over 2 months now, almost 3 months, I think. I mean, it was supposed to be the end of November, but then the accountant that I took like a month him hawing around. Then I hired attorney to crunch the numbers. They
Yeah.
did it. Then I hired an accountant that took for fuck ever, like over a month. So I didn't get anything until May. So I sent them a big email in May. Here's the figures. Here's what the accountant had said. Here's what the attorney had said. Their difference is a couple $100. That can happen if somebody figures just the payoff date or anything like that, because it was 30-year amortization. I can't pronounce that. Amortization. And so I said, I'll take the lower number. You just let me know how you're going to pay the rest. Never heard from the guy.
Okay.
So I tried calling him. Left a message. Didn't get a response. Tried sending him a text message. Didn't get a response. Called him again. Didn't get a response every week. Sent another email. Didn't get a response. And then today I got a response. And this is such a bullshit excuse. This is not real. He was pushing it off.
Yeah.
Because they don't feel they owe me that much. But I told him in the email, I said, if you want your own accountant or lawyer to look at it, by all means, you just need to let me know what's going on. But they kept paying their little $500 each month. But that's not, I want the payoff.
Yeah.
So he said, hey, Erica, sorry, I just got back into town last night. My phone has been acting up and I just factory reset it. I just saw you left me a message last week. I'll send you an email when I get back to my desk. I'm so sorry. I never did get an email, by the way, but this was my response. Appreciate the follow-up. For a minute, I felt like I was getting ghosted like a bad date. But yeah, I had May 22nd. Oh shit, it has been exactly 2 months. May 22nd is when I had first texted him. It's Erica Dyer. I finally got the accountant to respond to me. I've sent you an email. Let me know if you need anything in a formal letter. That was 2 months ago. Exactly. So he was pushing it off for 2 months, probably because his ass signed a contract he shouldn't have signed.
Yeah, probably.
With it being a land contract, they thought it was interest up front, and the payoff was about 20 or 25,000 less than it really is. Sorry. Read your contract. I don't know how many times I don't know what to tell you. I want my money.
Exactly.
I paid that accountant, and I paid. Now, if the accountant and the lawyer both would have came back and said, no, it's the lower amount, then I would have had no recourse. But if they tell me, oh no, this is how much they owe you, I'm not that nice of a person. I want that money.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, granted, I don't know that much on the building, but I don't care. I'll do something with that money.
Yeah.
We got a production company to start.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, we got that Hallmark-ish movie to make. I was thinking about it, trying to think of an idea. And somebody posted something on I think it was Twitter the other day. I was like, damn, I like that idea. They said, I would like to see a movie someday where the woman realizes, like a Hallmark movie, where the woman realizes in the end it's okay to be alone, and she goes off and has her career. I like that.
Oh my
movie.
God, that would be hilarious.
Wouldn't it though? Like the whole movie, oh, they're gonna get together, and she's gonna give up this like big New York career or something, and then at the end, she's like, this just doesn't work for me. And she's gone. Like, I think that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that'd be I mean, that would be good to make. I don't know what kind of a reception that would have, just because
Well,
everybody wants that Hallmark ending. They want that,
so
like
we would have to have it to where she had like a friend or a younger sister that really always loved this guy and he was sad, but then when he looks at this other girl, he's like, "Wow, how have I never noticed you before?" And that could be their Hallmark ending. He finds his true love and this bitch goes on to make like 250 a year.
There you go.
That's my Hallmark movie.
There you go. There you go. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah. You could do that. That'd be fun to make for sure.
yeah. Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
I
love it.
yeah, like I said, like we've discussed before, I love those Hallmark movies because they're just they're just trash, man. I love them. They're so
Yep.
simple, they're
Yep.
formulaic, they're it's wild.
I do. And when I want something with a little suspense, it's Lifetime.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're pretty tame as well, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Yeah.
Yep.
Those Lifetime
Yep.
movies, jeez, I remember those things on like, oh God, they would
Yeah.
advertise them the entire week. It's like Saturday at 9.
Yep. Based on a true
Yeah,
story.
based on a
Yeah.
true story. And then afterwards, and then I think afterwards, like in that next week, you'd hear like it all in the news, it would come up like the true story. It's like, oh
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've looked them up before. When I see something's based on true story, or if I'm watching a movie and I'm like, man, this seems like it could be real, I will actually look it up. But yeah, Lifetime really has some movies that are based on true stories. They look very cheesy
Oh
and
yeah.
they put them out very fast.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
don't have the big budget, but yeah,
Yeah.
they've got some good stories.
Oh yeah, because yeah, I mean with their stuff you can shoot fairly cheap
Yeah.
and be fine. You can probably shoot in like 2 or 3 weeks and be done with it
Oh,
because
I'm
it's all very
sure.
like limited locations and stuff.
Yep. Yep. I'm sure. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
So, Days of the Dead. That was fun.
You got to experience the clusterfuck that is Days of the Dead.
Oh my God. So when we got there on Friday, I got there early and my friend was going to share a room with me, but I got there hours before they did. And by the time that they got there, we were going to go down and then get our tickets or our badges or whatever.
Mhm.
One line is what they had. It didn't matter if you bought tickets early. It didn't matter if you were VIP. It didn't matter if you were wanting to buy tickets at the door. One line, one person was checking them in. Then they finally got two lines. And my friend had bought tickets ahead of time, a weekend ticket. But with the weekend tickets that were bought ahead of time, you're supposed to get a lanyard. But they ran out of lanyards because whoever was running the door in the beginning was just giving lanyards to everybody, regardless of if they bought the tickets ahead of time or not. It's like, oh my God, it was such a cluster. And there was no good direction. Like, I didn't even know that there was a scream contest. I didn't know that there was a tattoo contest. They had things going on that I didn't even know because there was no agenda put out. There
Yeah.
was no direction put out. There was the movies. So they had one screen for the movies, one screen. They didn't even tell the filmmakers exactly when their film was going to be playing. So, New
Oh my
Fear's
God.
Eve was there. Yeah, New Fear's Eve was there. It was the Indiana premiere on Saturday. And they said, well, it's going to play sometime between 11 and 12. They told us that there was a short that was going to play before ours, but we don't know how long the short is. So a short can be,
Yeah, because technically for festivals, the short is between like 2 minutes and 45 minutes. Anything under 45 minutes is a short.
it's like, okay. So I had gone by there about, I don't know, it was like 11:15, and it's like, okay, do you know when the person at the door, the volunteer that's working the fucking door there, I said, oh, this is that other one. Do you know when New Fear's Eve is gonna play? No, we don't. Okay, so we just supposed to fucking stand around until it plays? And then it was already playing by the time I got back. But yeah, it's just like very disorganized. They have so much room for improvement.
Well,
So
and
much
they've
room
been
for improvement.
well, no, they've been doing it for years, and I think it changed hands
Mm,
after the pandemic or before. I forget. It happened. No, it happened before. But even then, like they've always been like the flea market of horror cons. I swear to
wow.
God, it's the most like, and
Felt
they
that.
and they have four a year, and they're all run the same way. They're all run like that, and they're terrible.
Mm,
Because I used to do the Indianapolis one and vend it and try to make money, selling contacts years ago. But uh yeah, it was horribly run every fucking
yeah.
time, every
Yeah.
fucking time. It was just like god awful. And they get the same they get the same like drunk ass volunteers that are there every year, and they do
Hmm.
fuck all, but they take their job super seriously because they're volunteers and they love horror and this, that, and the other,
Yep.
whatever bullshit it is. So
Yep.
the same people, the same security guards and shit all the time.
Mm.
But man, it was just like I don't know.
Well, this was the other thing that I thought was terrible. I thought this was terrible. So I had a VIP ticket, and they had what they, oh, well, we have a special room for the VIPs to go where you can get snacks and stuff. It was cold pizza, bags of like chips, like you would get for a kid's lunch pack. And then over by the wall, they had some coolers where off-brand water, Sprite, Coke, and a sign that said, take one, leave one. And then they had, the warm ones. And I think the very first day they might have had some bananas or something out too. And I'm like, okay, this is the VIP thing. All right. Grabbed a couple pieces of cold pizza. Me and my friend went and ate those. All right. Well, then the next day, I just went in there to see if it was anything different. Still pizza, and it looked like the pizza from the day before. Well, when I walked in, this guy came up to me, and it was the guy that played Booger from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh
And
shit.
he goes, "Oh, I think they brought new pizza." And I'm like, "Oh, good. Let's go over this." So he tossed his pizza, and I went over there with him, and we're talking. He's like, "Yeah, they got this pizza." And I said, "Are you guys sure you're in the right room?" Because then I realized it was the guy that played Booger. It was David Carradine. It was Ogre. They had the
Yeah,
whole Revenge of
yeah,
the Nerds cast,
yeah.
right? And I said, "Are you guys sure you're in the right room?" And he's like, "Well, this is where we were told to go." And I said, "Now, my friend told me that there was a green room that has alcohol, fruit trays, meat trays, things like that." I said, "I really think that's where you guys are supposed to be, not in here with us eating this pizza." And so I went and got like his handler, the person that was their manager or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And they're like, "Oh no, this is the right room. This is part of the VIP experience. You get to come in and eat with them, or you get to hang out with them." These motherfuckers don't want to sit at a goddamn table signing autographs for hours and then come eat a gross ass piece of fucking pizza with people again. They need a room that they can go off by themselves.
Yeah.
I thought that was terrible. First of
Yeah.
all, the food was shit. That was
Yep.
horrible for
Yep.
VIP. And then to have your celebrities, like, that's what you serve your celebrities? I mean, if they had, like, a big buffet and the celebrities came in there, all right, fine. But no, you're gonna give them yesterday's pizza? Like, literally yesterday's
Yeah,
pizza?
that's Days of Dead for you. That's how they are.
I was stunned.
Yeah.
I was stunned.
Yeah, that's how they are. That's how they've always been. They've just been like
Save a buck.
like the metal fest flea market bullshit horror convention. It's like, oh, we got celebrities, come and do this and the other. And they're always the ones saying, oh, we don't have any money for anything. It's like, how?
Mm,
How is that possible?
mm.
Somebody's siphoning something off and you're just doing the bare minimum and it's really bad.
Yeah, they had a lot of vendors, but their booth rental was outrageous, I
What
understand.
was it? What was it, 5 or 6, or was it like 7?
I think it was 6.
Yeah, that's you're getting up in that range.
Yeah, I think it was 6. I could be wrong. It could have been 5, but I know that they had some people drop out the last minute. And then here's the other thing with the booths. So they gave no direction to the filmmakers. Like the people that had movies that were going to be shown there, they told them, "Oh, well, there's a table that you can share if you want to put stuff out." Well, like the guys from New Year's Eve, they had brought some DVDs and stuff. You saw them, how they
Yeah,
were set
yeah, yeah,
up at
yeah.
that they were never given a time to go set up. They were never shown where the table was at. And when they finally found it, there was nobody manning it. It was really just a table where people could throw their flyers or whatever out. And they're like, well, we're not going to sit there with our DVDs and not going to leave them if
Yeah, of
there's,
course.
yeah. So they didn't set up at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's once
just,
again, that's Days of the Dead, man. That's how it is. Yeah. I mean, Horror Hound ain't exactly fun either. They barely have their shit together, and they've been doing it like probably longer than Days has. So
yeah, but at least you got an agenda there. At least you got a map of where shit is
yeah,
at.
that's true too. That's true too. But yeah, I
And they
mean,
got
like,
more than one streaming room for the damn movies.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yeah, 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 yeah. It's
And then the
just
movies that they picked, I don't know who does their judging, but like one of the movies that won, not to say anything negative about anybody's movie, everybody tried really hard, but there were some filmmakers that came over from, I think it was England,
yeah.
and they won an award that absolutely should have went to a different film because it was the best death. You didn't even get to see the death.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was a scissor scene, and I guess, somebody was stabbing somebody in the neck,
Yeah,
and then it cuts away, and you hear, like, cutting, but you don't see it.
yeah. That's
How is that a good death scene in a horror film? Now, if you have the scissors and you show everything, no. It was yeah. And, I was talking to somebody, and they were like, "Well, maybe they felt like because they came all the way from England." And I said, "That's bullshit. They shouldn't win for that." But that would make sense because now other filmmakers, outside of the States, "Oh, well, they do give awards to,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
anybody."
And
Yeah.
here's the thing you have to understand is that when they do film festivals, there's a
Mhm.
submission fee. And if
Mhm.
you and if and like I there's a site called Film Freeway, and it's and some of these
Yeah.
cost money.
Mhm.
And so what they'll do is that they'll charge like 20-30 bucks for a short or maybe 50 bucks for a feature, and they'll have you submit, and they won't watch them. They'll just take the fucking money, and that money's gone. That money is gone. You can never get it back, regardless if you get in or not. It's
Yep,
gone.
yep.
So that's also a racket too that these
Mm.
conventions can do because like it's very unregulated in the festivals. Like once again, you can start like I could start one tomorrow, and
Yeah.
people could send in films for like 20 bucks. Like I could make money doing that. It's really dumb and like stupid and not ethical. It makes
Mhm.
you look like shit. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's once again that's Days of the Dead for you, man. Like that's how that shit is. But somehow they still run for a year, bare minimum crew, bare minimum accommodations, and people still show up in droves to go to the
Mhm.
convention. So there's I mean I think there are two here in Atlanta this year. There's one in February. There's one coming up in October or September. I think I don't know.
No.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's yeah. I just don't. Yeah, it happens once in February and then that's it, man. I don't care about it. I care about it ever again. And it happens in the hotel here downtown. So,
Mm.
but speaking of film festivals, I did submit to Scarefest, one of my
Oh,
short
nice.
films, and
Nice.
I will not know until it looks like the end of September. I mean,
Oh.
I entered in six, and
Oh.
I didn't get in three. I was only selected for three of them, so we'll see.
Oh. Oh, that would be so exciting.
Yeah, if I mean, I'll be shocked if Scarefest takes it. In all honesty, I'll be very shocked.
So far, I was disappointed in how they handled it last year. Um, but so far, Scarefest is one of the better festivals I've been at.
Yeah.
So,
Years ago when I went there's one of the ones I would vend. I think it was Scarefest like six or seven or eight or whatever the hell it was.
mhm.
It was the best ran convention ever I had ever been to and have ever been to since.
Yep.
Because if you were a vendor, I know this couple I know they'd have their own like they do a lot of paranormal stuff with like a lot of paranormal celebrities and I think they have their own agency and stuff too. But they were the ones who were taking care of vendors, and so I would email them for like the first time I did it, I emailed the customer service and I got an email within 24 hours, which is unheard of for a convention, unheard of. Like within 24 hours, they got a convention, they'd get an answer
Mm-hmm.
and like stuff. But they were so well run. What they would do is that they would put up a hard time for I think it was like Thursday and Friday for you to come in and get your stuff in.
Yeah.
And they had staff on hand. They had like 10 staff on hand to even back cars in and put things in and help you carry your stuff out. They had dollies, they had people. It was wonderful.
Wow.
And I remember, I would get a, and it was in Lexington still. It was still in Lexington, years ago, the same place. So I would get up there early because it was like 2 hours away at the time, and I would back my car in, empty all my stuff in onto the dolly, put it all up, kind of soft set it up, put things where they had to go, and there would be somebody there waiting, waiting with me. It's like, do you need any help? Do you need any wire stuff? Do you need power strips or anything
Nice.
like that? And I was like, no, I'm good. Just give me like 10 minutes to put everything into the table and to kind of put things where I need them to be put, and I
Mm-hmm.
will walk out. And they helped you park your car a certain way so you could get out easily and get in easily, so you wouldn't crash into
Nice.
anybody. It was once again, it was wonderful. It's very
Hmm.
wonderful. And um when you were done, you just said, yeah, I'm done. They check you off the list and they'd be like, all right, here's your badges. See you tomorrow at like, like 5 or 4 or whatever, and have a good time. It's like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing was that you had staff check on you throughout the convention, and they'd be like, hey, do you need some water? Do you need us to sit here for a bit? Do you need the bathroom? I'm just like, no, I'm good. Like it was a very, very well run, awesome convention.
Yeah,
It
sounds
was
like it.
it was great, but the head lady fucked it up
Um,
because she wanted to make more money, and everybody was. I guess she wasn't making enough. She had to pay too many people. But it's like you have a you know how rare it is to have a very fucking well run convention that
yep,
well.
yep,
It's impossible. It's impossible.
yep.
But she fucked it up because I remember the couple I was working, the couple I knew, they were getting tired, and then they got. I think their last one was like 7 or 8, and they said, "Yeah, this is our last one, man. We're not doing it again." I'm just like, I'm not doing it
Mm,
again either. If you guys aren't gonna be here, because it's gonna be a shit show. They're like,
mm,
"Yeah, we know." I'm like, "Okay."
that's too bad. Yeah, and I don't know what happened. I mean, when Kathy and I went in, what was it? Was it 21, I think? Yeah, I think it was October of 21. That was a great one, but everything was at the Lex.
Yeah,
Like all of the extra things, they streamed the movies at the Lex. They had um the after part or the VIP party at the Lex. They had the bowling at the Lex and the drag show. And then last year, man, that sucked.
yeah. It must
Oh
have cost them
my
too much money, so
year.
they just didn't do it. But this year they have a good amount of celebrities too, and it's just
Oh
like.
yeah.
And one thing they would do, I remember when I was there, one thing they would do is that they'd have the celebrities. The way they had the room set in is that you'd enter the the vendor area, and then you have to go through all the vendors to get to the celebrities at the end of the room. That's what they would do, and it was like once they did that, every other convention copied them. It was funny because the vendors were happy because in order to get to the celebrities, all the people had to go through the vendors and see their cool stuff and buy things as they were going through them.
Hmm.
So it was awesome. It was great. And we made money, we were good. I remember it was a weird time because they were coming up with the what was it, the cell phone attached credit card readers. And me and a friend of mine were the only two that had it like for a couple of years at least
Uh-huh.
because everybody was using cash. And then it
Yeah.
got to the point of like people are going to use card, and we're just like, and I remember buying one from Intuit, and it was a phone case with like a little extended slider you'd have on the bottom of
Hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember I was at Scarefest and there was another contacts vendor there. He was so pissed off at me because he was across the way. He kept fucking side eyeing me, the bastard. And because I had a line around my table the entire day of people who wanted to buy contacts because I took a credit card,
Mm. Yeah.
and I could
Oh
reverse
yeah.
it.
Well.
Yeah, and I could reverse the charges on them. And like another friend of mine, I remember the guy's name, Dick Starr. He was an artist. And he did the same thing. He got a credit card thing too, and he was minting money as well because he took credit cards. He had a little. Like, we both had the little fucking plastic sign that said,
Yep.
credit cards accepted. So we had that.
Yep.
We were doing well. We're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you, a lot of people, I don't carry much cash. And there's times, if they don't take a credit card, then I don't buy
Yeah.
because I don't have enough cash.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. I did go to there was something that happened here in like, exactly in my area where I live, like 2 minutes down the road. It was the Southern Fried Game Expo, I think.
Oh, fun. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was like, literally down the road here. And so I was like, and I looked at the tickets. I was like, for Sunday, how long is it? Like $25, cheapest tickets. Like, all right, fine, I'll go. I'll get up early, get coffee, and go. It's fine. It's down the road.
Mhm.
Did it. It was a good idea. I think one of the guys who was the voice of Scooby was there, and he had this giant. I'll actually send you the picture right now on Facebook if I can. It's a giant collection. This is a giant thing of like Scooby stuff. His whole like setup was wild. It was just insane. Let's see there. Yeah. I bought a couple of things from him. I got a hat and I got like this book of like the character of Velma and like all her like quirks and like her character, just all that stuff I got. I was like, it seems interesting. But he was a fun dude. But it was just basically like pinball and old arcade games and things like that there. It's a good time.
Good.
Yeah. Not a lot of females, a lot of anime and anime dudes like that. And I was like, oh God, it smells weird. It smells weird in here.
Oh God, that's fun.
Yeah, it was like that. I was like, oh yeah. It was fun though.
Oh, that mama's getting irritated. Two of her babies are gone. Gray baby, which was her adopted baby, is at my neighbor's now. And then I had gone over there because she had said that a guy she works with wanted two of the kittens. And then I never heard from her again. I'm like, okay, so I got these kittens. And so I finally went over there again and he had gotten other kittens. So
Yeah.
I have kittens. Uh, but I do have a guy in Fort Wayne that's willing to take one, if not both. I'll have to get the one fixed though, or get them fixed. He said he'd take both if they were the same gender, but because he doesn't want kittens.
Yeah.
But I do think one's a male and one's a female, so oh well. Yeah, but two of them are gone, and a
That's
kid is gone. That's very exciting.
yeah. Yeah, you were telling me about that last time. Him and his girlfriend found a place an hour away and they
Yep.
moved in, so took some appliances here and there and
God, that looks fun. Look at all that Scooby stuff.
yeah, I know. And he had signed the majority of it and stuff, so
That's neat.
yeah, but I got a hat and I got the little Velma book in my bag. I have to go put it away
Mm.
later. But it was a fun individual. Talked about the whole thing and what's going on with that, and they're trying to do live action shows and keep it alive and stuff. It's crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, yep, yeah. Interesting dude, very interesting dude. But yeah, there was a whole bunch of pinball stuff, and like there was a whole DIY amount of people who wanted to like who you could be order parts from and build your own stuff. They had old games from the 60s and 70s. They had old like wooden cabinet pinball games from like the 50s and 40s. It was wild. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Hmm.
I'm glad I went on the cheapest day and didn't
Yeah.
spend didn't spend a whole lot of money.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun.
Mm-mm-mm.
It was fun. So I guess we're gonna talk about me getting ghosted twice now.
Yes. Yes. Because I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's Bumble or what the deal is because like the way I sent you the picture of the message.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's like I don't know, like, and if this happened, I think 3 times now, where like the girls liked me, and then I sent them a thing according to like that message on top that's like it's the opening line,
Yeah.
and I answer that question. Apparently, they don't like the answer what the deal is, and it's just like they
Oh.
leave it blank and it just dies. So
Mm.
I don't understand it. But I was thinking about messaging her on Facebook and just being like, "Hey, if you're still interested, here's my phone number," kind of thing. What
Oh.
are your what do you feel about that?
Um, yeah, God, I don't know. Quite honestly, she'd probably find it creepy.
Really?
Yep. Um, Now, if you want to be stalkerish like me, because I just did this shit, you don't message her or friend her. Go through her friends list and see if there's anyone you have any mutual friends with, even if it's one, or if you see somebody that has a lot of friends. Send friends requests to a few of her friends. And then what will happen is she will eventually start coming up as a suggestion, and you will come up as a suggestion for her. No lie. I know. I'm fucking nuts, man. But that's how you do it because once you friend that first person, and then when you send a request the second, they're gonna say, "Oh, Erica's friends with so and so." Well, by the time you get about 10, then your target
Yeah.
is then coming up in your suggestions.
Well, there's also a chance that she might be a Dragon Con that's happening in about a month.
Oh, nice.
But also, here's the thing. That's a 50-50 chance if she goes or doesn't. But also, there's also 100,000 people there. I don't even know if I would fucking
Oh,
if she passed me, it would be like yeah, I wouldn't even
yeah,
know
yeah.
because it's all of downtown Atlanta. It's yeah, all of downtown Atlanta. It's like 100,000 people. It's insane. So I don't know. I thought about just messaging her on Facebook because I found her like I told her I found her profile and stuff. So I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I should and just see how it goes and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think she would if I had a guy that I had messaged, didn't really have like lengthy conversations with, meet, or anything like that, from a dating app that then turned around and messaged me like on Facebook, I would be like, oh, you fucking freak. Then again, I don't date and I've never been married, so maybe you shouldn't take any kind of advice from me.
Yeah, I mean, no, that is very stalkerish, but also like she also it's one of those things where it's like if you I don't know put somebody's name into Facebook and they live in the area, it comes up very quickly. She does have a mutual friend, a guy I haven't talked to in forever, so like that's the thing. So I wouldn't even know where to start. I don't know. I'll be yeah, friending her friends would be weird, so I don't know how that would work.
You
Yeah,
just friend them and unfollow them and forget they're there.
there you go. That's what it is. That's
Until
that's the
eventually
move.
until eventually you start seeing the suggestions come up.
That's true.
I
Yeah, I
know
don't know,
it's
because
such a
because I was I,
dilemma.
I I was I was curious. I was just like, she messaged me on the South Asian app and then like talked for a day and then gone. Actually, no, she liked my profile, left, talked to me for a bit, left. Then it was on Bumble, messaged her, and then she left. And mind you, she didn't even leave. The thing is left blank. It's just like as an archive.
Yeah.
It's not even gone. It's not. She didn't even unmatch. It's just not uh unanswered.
And it's so weird because if she really did ghost you the first time, then why reach out the second time? Unless she forgot that she had already reached out to you before.
Probably.
And then when you didn't respond right away, that was my thing. It's like it was not wrong to wait until the next day. You could have been in bed. She doesn't know.
Yeah, it was later at night. I want to say it was like I want to say it's between like 8 or 10. She
Yeah.
messaged me, and then I did message her back. I think there were like 3 or 4 hours left. It was like it was around noon is when I messaged you, and I think it was around noon.
Yeah.
I messaged her back, and I responded to like the fucking line that was in Bumble there, and I was just like,
Yeah.
okay. And then all of a sudden, it just
Well, and that's my thing. That's what made me think she was like, oh, well, you didn't message me back last night, so screw it. I don't want to talk to you now. Maybe you were going
you
to be a
have
booty call.
probably that's what it was. I mean, I wouldn't have minded at this point. Jesus. Well, yeah, I really wouldn't have minded. It would have been fine with me. I'd be like, all right, fine, whatever.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's just so weird. I mean,
No.
why reach out to you again? But
Yeah,
yeah, if she
because
if she does it for a third time, avoid her because
that's true. Because well, yeah, even on the South Asian dating app, she unmatched. She unmatched and she's not there, and that conversation's gone. Like it's not there at all.
yeah.
But on Bumble, like it's just a faceless thing with her name there. And it just here, let me read what it says. It's a very odd thing. Let's see. Come on. Don't be weird. Okay. Let's see. It says they ended the chat. Don't worry. It just means you and her name aren't able to see messages or each other's profiles anymore.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know if she unmatched or what the deal is, but it's still there.
That's so weird. So weird. I don't know. I don't know, but I will tell you this. So I had to take I had to take a couple exams, and I got some more I gotta take. I gotta take three tomorrow and then like three this weekend. Every few years, it's called a CEE. Every 3 years, I have to retake these tests. Anyways, both times it was a young lady from India, and the camera's on, and they're seeing me, right? And I'm like, I wonder if they're single. I wonder if they're in the States or if they are in India. I
Um,
almost asked. The second one, I almost asked. And then I was like,
oh God. Well, speaking of that, I had a little incident with mom this morning or this afternoon.
mm,
Yeah, because my aunt from California called me and told me it's like, oh, there's this girl from Guam who's, the same caste in India as we are, and she's very nice. It's on the other, I'm like, whatever.
mhm.
Because my mom loves me on this marriage site.
Yep.
And then and this mind you, my aunt called me, I want to say she called me Saturday or Sunday. I think it was Sunday. And I was just kind of being nice, be like, yeah, 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 whatever, da 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 da. Don't care. And like the thing she said, it's always like a red flag to me. She's like, oh, she's talked to mom and mom really likes her. I'm just like, that to me is a turn off, and immediately don't want to talk to her. I don't know, like it's like when your mom, it's like when your mom buys you clothes. Like it's like that for me. Like yeah,
Mhm.
I just don't like it,
Yep.
And so then mom calls me earlier today, and she mentions her, and again, and I just lost it. I was just like, I was at my wit's end. I just yelled
Oh.
at her for a minute. She didn't
Oh.
talk, and then like I hung up the phone. I was like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah, you should feel bad. Hope you called her back.
I do feel bad, but also it's just kind of like they've been up my
I
ass for
know.
years, and it's just like
I
I
know.
I just I can't anymore. I really can't. So I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. You just want to live your life and they're constantly, yeah, I get it. I'm just not like that with my kids.
Yeah, oh God, it's 100% a cultural thing. I swear to God, it is.
Mm.
Yeah, because even my cousin in California, I think I've talked to you about him and his girl.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, he's been talking to a girl who was doing like I high level bank stuff for a major like international bank in Hong Kong, and then she moved to the UK. He's been talking to her for a bit. He's seen her a couple times, whatever. Apparently, she has a stipulation that like he has to like make serious money in order for them to get married.
Mm.
Yeah, it's it's kind of shitty. It really is kind of shitty.
Mm.
So it's just like I don't know. It's just one of those things where like I don't know. He likes her and that's fine and stuff, but it's just very odd. It's just very
Yeah.
strange. So
Mm.
I don't know. Because he's been working his ass off this whole year in his real estate thing and out there and just trying to sell houses and close
Hmm.
deals and this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, good for you, man. That's awesome. It's great.
Yeah.
But if you're killing yourself doing it just to win over this girl, that seems like,
Yeah, because is he going to keep it up forever? Yeah,
yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah, that's also a thing as well. Because I mean, I don't know how I always hear questionable things about California, so I don't know. And I mean, he's at the ground floor, and apparently, like things are selling fairly good. There's people interested who want to buy stuff, but prices are high, money's tight.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a really it's a I and it's one of those things where like I don't want to say anything wrong and be like, oh, she's not the one for you
Yeah.
because the minute I do, I'm gonna be the asshole. So that's not gonna be good.
Yep. Yep. And if he does marry her, then, you'd be the one that would never be able to visit because his wife didn't like you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, once again, what the fuck do I know? Because I'm not in a relationship. I'm not talking to anybody either, but it just feels weird when I hear about that. It's just like, and his mom, my aunt, is very proud of it and very happy with it. And I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't
Whatever
know.
happened with the lady at Orange Theory? The old lady.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
shouldn't say old,
I
older. The old lady.
I don't know
Makes it
because I
sound like
think,
you're hitting
well,
on an 80-year-old.
that's true. I don't know. I didn't go for a couple of weeks because I hurt my back and I just changed the days I go because I was usually going like Tuesday, Thursday, but now I'm going like because I went I would think I went Tuesday a couple weeks ago and it was a weird experience because it was like all females and just like me and another dude. And so I freaked out and I'm just like, nope, not doing Tuesdays again. So I'm doing Wednesdays and Fridays now.
Mm,
So
mhm.
yeah, because like I tried doing Tuesdays once and it was just like all females. I was like, this makes me incredibly uncomfortable because like I can't like because if it's a good amount of both, I can at least look other places and it's fine. Because if
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
females, like and like there are mirrors in there too, so like I have to keep my head like I have to look at the ceiling the whole time because I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep, yep. You
So
don't want anybody to accuse you of staring at their butt or something.
exactly, I
Yeah.
don't want that, and I don't like because it's one of those things where like the workouts are so intense. Like I'm just focusing on trying to get my workouts done and not dying of like heat exhaustion. That's what I'm really worried about. I could care less if somebody's like asses in my face. I mean, it'd be nice, but like it'd be weird as well because I'm not in that headspace for that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just strange. It's just very very strange.
Yeah.
But no,
I
I haven't seen her again, and it's
Okay.
fine. I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't gonna go anywhere anyway. So
Well, just something to do.
she just seemed very friendly, and I think I misinterpreted her being friendly as like something else. So
Yeah. Well, could be. Could
yeah.
be. Because I wasn't going to talk about it, but we will because it's funny. And we didn't talk about my celebrity interaction at Days of the
Oh
Dead.
my God, please.
Let's do that one first. So, first night at Days of the Dead, I didn't drink anything. I mean, I had a nice time. I sat with some friends, had a good time. But then Saturday, I'm like, oh, I want to have a couple drinks. And I don't know why I wanted to, a couple drinks so bad. And I drank a couple of double I had asked for that blackberry
Oh, the Blackberry Crown.
yes, if they had it. And she said it, and I said, if they don't have it, then I'll take Captain and Coke. Well, she brings me a drink and I drink it. It's a double. Um, and then I asked for another one. And then it was like on the third one, she goes, well, we're out of Crown. And she goes, as soon as she said it, she goes, oh, but you ordered Captain, didn't you? Because they didn't have the blackberry. And I'm like, yeah, but that's fine as long as it's a dark liquor. But by the time I was 3 or 4 drinks in, because they were doubles, I decided when I get a certain amount of alcohol in me, and I look pretty decent, I decide everybody loves me and wants to be my friend. And why wouldn't they want pictures with me? Well, by this time, a lot of the celebrities, like the guys from the Revenge of the Nerds, um, God, I can't think of this other show. Uh, some of the cast members of Star. Oh, what movie was back in the 80s that started with Star? It had like the big animals, had Casper Van Diem in it.
Starship
Um,
Troopers?
yes,
Okay.
some of the cast of Starship Troopers was there. Um, and Kim Coates had walked in, and Kim Coates is in um, several things, Walking Dead. I think it's his most recent. Well, I'm running up to some of these celebrities and jumping down, taking pictures. Take your picture with me, I'm fucked up, drunk. And I go up to Kim Coates. Kim Coates went up to the bar. So he's at the bar.
Yeah.
And all I did, and this is what happened. I went up with my phone in my hand and I said, oh, I think it was this hand. I went up and I said, hey, can I ask you? I said, hey, would you mind taking a picture? And he said, well, I would, but they would get mad at me. And I said, no, that's not true, but that's okay. Not a problem. And about that time, this guy comes up with a phone in his hand. Oh, here, you gotta take a call. And so they switch places. Kim Coates went back to the table, and this other dude comes up and he goes, oh, well, he needed to talk to my wife. And I said, he needed to talk to your wife? And he goes, yeah, he needed to talk to my wife. I said, about what? He goes, oh, well, she doesn't like the beer I'm drinking. And I said, yeah, well, he could have just said no. And it pissed me off. I mean, it pissed me off to the point because everybody else, first of all, he was the only one that said no to a
Yeah.
picture. Everybody else, it's a quick picture. Hey, there you go. Can we take a picture?
Yeah.
And, um, I was having fun. You could tell in the pictures that I was posting, I was having a good time. Um, and they enjoyed that. But to make it so obvious, and he wasn't mean about it. When that dude come up, he told him, he goes, "Could you take care of this beautiful woman here while I take this call?" So he was kind about it. He wasn't like, "Bitch, no, I'm not taking a picture with you."
Yeah.
He but he blew me off. I think it made me feel stupid, like he couldn't have just said no.
Hmm.
And maybe he has ran into that where he said no and then it became a thing. Honestly, if he would have just said, no, that's it. Or I've been signing pictures all day. I'm just tired. Not a problem. But to kind of pawn me off on this other guy, it pissed me off. So when I went back to the table, then I'm standing there and I'm like, yeah, Kim Coates wouldn't take a picture with me, blah, blah, blah. And then I saw one of the Revenge of the Nerds guys and I ran over there and took a picture with them. And then I made it a point. And as a matter of fact, there was a guy, God, I can't think of what his name is. I'm going to put it in the chat. But I was like running over to these other people right in front of him. And the one guy was at his table. We took a picture. Like I was facing Kim Coates when I took this picture. I am going to send this to you in the chat. I know this guy is an actor. And we had this conversation because he's like, really? You would like it? And I'm like, I love it. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this dude is, but I know he's an actor.
Oh my God.
God, our teeth look so yellow. Whatever filter I had on there looked terrible. But who is that guy? What's he been in?
Wait. He is Friday the 13th part 3.
Okay.
He's
He was
the
sitting with Kim Coates.
Yeah, he's the kid. He's like the fat kid who like who where Jason got his mask from. That's who he is.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we look like we're having a good time. But that's the thing. I was running around to everybody. And like Kim Coates was sitting at that table when I went up, had the conversation with this guy. He took our picture and I ran off. But yeah, it was like everybody that would then listen to me. Yeah, Kim Coates wouldn't take a picture with me. I don't know who the hell he thinks he is. Blah, blah, blah. And then I go take a picture. And then, like, later on, as I'm literally going down the hallway, I actually think I saw Kim Coates in the hallway later on. I do think it was him because I think we passed each other and I'm like, yeah, there goes Kim Coates. He's an asshole. He wouldn't take a picture with me. And I'm like, Erica, shut the fuck up. This guy is going to like, it was so bad, like, the next day, it took all my willpower not to go where he was signing autographs and tell him I was sorry. That's when I told you, I'm like, "I just need to pretend like it never happened." If I ever do see him, I'll just be like, "Oh, hello," and keep on walking like I don't even know who he is. I don't even know he's an actor. I have no idea who he is. But, yeah, it was and who else did I take pictures with? Was it the stream guys? Um, like, I don't know who's this guy? Put this in the chat
Let's
too.
see. Let's
I
see.
legit have no idea who these people are. Um, but I had a blast.
Let's see.
That's probably nobody. It's probably some
Yeah,
camera guy. I'm like,
yeah, I don't know who that is. I
it's
honestly don't.
probably
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Honestly, I really don't. But it's good to know they're using the same hotel as usual. Jesus Christ. Oh
yeah.
God.
Yeah, we were all in the same hotel.
Fuck,
So
man.
drinks and stuff afterwards. And then these guys.
Let's see. Let's see. Celebrities. I don't know. They look like TikTok dudes, I guess. I don't really know who they are.
I don't either.
It says,
Well,
yeah, it says Terrifier or something like that, or Stream whatever. I don't know. Yeah, they could have been filmmakers or something.
okay.
I really don't know.
Yeah, because I was like, I vaguely remember I'm running back to the green room and because I took a walk because I realized I'm fucked up drunk. And I actually didn't drink my last drink because I'm like, oh, Erica. Yeah. Because I was going up to people and making a fool of myself. The one guy is he's a filmmaker and I actually auditioned for him and I'm like, do you know who I am? I haven't talked. And he's like, yeah, I know who you are. I'm like, great. He's never gonna hire me. But so I'm like, fuck, I'm fucked up if I'm like now I'm overboard. So I went back to see if there were any more celebrities in the bar. And I think this was on my way back. If I remember correctly, it was on my way back. They were up there getting ready to take a picture. And I'm like, hey, you're taking a picture. And they're like, come on, you want one? I'm like, sure. But I don't know who they are. I do vaguely remember it. Vaguely.
Yeah,
Um, but this guy that I am right next to that's wearing the stream shirt, I think he's an actor. Pretty sure.
possibly, possibly. Because like I was trying to go to the Days of the Dead Indianapolis page, but it's blank. Like it's done. Yeah, they didn't have any of the old stuff on there, so they deleted it quick. So I don't know.
I don't know how I did it, but like some of my pictures, that's Sweden? Björk? This photo is from a post. Berkochscene? I don't know. I think that's Swedish. Berjochstypje. I have no idea.
Yeah,
Uh, whatever. The rest of my Facebook looks fine. Oh, photos. Nothing's converted. What the fuck is going on here? What language is this? FOTO.
you may have converted yours to Swedish.
I hit something.
You probably did. You probably did.
And I don't know. I can't read shit now. Everything is. I mean, my posts themselves is in English, but well, I'll figure it out later. But yeah, so that I actually had a blast. And then like the one poor guy, Eric from New Year's Eve, poor guy, because when we were sitting at the table, um, one of the other gentlemen had closed out the tab and then we kept drinking. And
Yeah.
so I went to go take a picture, came back, and Eric had paid the bill. And I got a bill for one drink. And I'm like, shit, I had at least five. And he's like, yeah, I didn't know how many you had. Like, oh, and they were doubles. Sorry.
Jeez.
And I think my friend that was with me, who had then gone off somewhere else, I think that they paid for their drinks too. But yeah, my drinks were probably quite pricey. That's what you get for closing out the tab.
Yeah, because you were drinking doubles, and doubles
Yeah.
are not cheap, especially the con. Like they're not cheap. They're really
Hmm.
they really suck it to you. That's why I always bring a flask of like
Yep.
high proof whiskey or like 90 proof like coconut rum or some shit. So I can like mix it with Coke and like be fine.
Yep. So
Because
all those
yeah
drinks.
I'm a fucking cheapskate and like
Uh,
I know the Atlanta Days of the Dead like I actually have like a matte black flask so it doesn't like shine whenever I take it out. No, no,
yeah,
I'm very
good
like
idea, actually.
yeah I'm very strategic about this. I remember one year I did it. And one of the guys came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, do you have a flask on you?" Like, it was one of the security guards. I was like, "Fuck no, I don't. What's your deal?" And I was very like assertive and like I was acting like I was offended. Um, And he got real mad. He got real mad about it. He's like, oh, we should pull something out. I was just like, dude, it was just it was something else. Like I forget what I said, but I was like, it's something else, man. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, I told him it was a steelbook like DVD or something. I was giving it to
Mm,
my friend. He's like, okay, all right, fine. It's like, yeah, how about go guard the door or something?
mm.
Even though I totally brought a flask with me. Because what are they
I don't blame
like?
you.
Yeah, because I mean, because they're charging like $12 for a mixed drink, and it's like the shittiest liquor, and like I don't know, it's just not really like it's not really anything that's worth $12. And I think the beers were 10, and then like the wine, which it's only boxed wine, like they have red and white up is like 8 or something. I was like, I'm not fucking doing this, so I just didn't. But yeah. Oh, another thing is, while I was over at my friend's house, for barbecue, she's one of the people I've known since I was like in kindergarten. She told me about the our 20-year high school reunion happening this year.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's happening in September, and I got the link
Mm.
for it, so I signed up for it. I'm going to my fucking 20-year high school reunion.
No shit. Good for you.
Oh, it's gonna be a shit show. It's gonna be an absolute shit show. Oh man,
It'll be fun. I can't
yeah,
wait.
it's gonna be
You'll have to
terrible.
tell
It's
us.
gonna be
I didn't go to my last one because I wasn't invited.
Well,
That's
like,
all right.
yeah. Well, no, but apparently, like, it was like somebody made a group for us, I think, like I think towards the beginning of our 10 year, and I joined it. I guess I missed the update or whatever, and she told me about it. She's like, oh yeah, it's on here, and like, I found the link for it, and I paid my money, and I'm in there, and I got my ticket and everything. So yeah, I'll probably wear something nice, maybe a suit or whatever, and go to it, and just see what happens.
Yeah. Be fun. Maybe you'll run into somebody that you had a crush on in high school and now they want to do a quickie,
Oh,
in the showers or
that'll be the
something.
dream. That'll be the dream.
Wouldn't it though?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, no, we're not doing it at the high school. We're doing it at like some restaurant in Pigeon Forge or something.
Uh,
It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. Like, let's see here. I think I have. Oh, it's on Facebook right now. Let's see. Um, where is it? Where is it? Why don't I have this organized better? Jesus. Oh God, there's the one from 2014. Jeez, that's
mm,
wild. That's wild. The Pines downtown. I don't know where that is.
hmm,
Yeah, I don't know where that is, but the instructions are there, so yeah, it's all good. And the girl who was part of the council or whatever for the thing is running it. Hooray! Oh, good. She moved to Kentucky. That's nice. That's
hmm.
nice. Yeah, but so that's happening. I don't know. There's some motherfuckers I don't want to see there as well.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting for sure. So
What I
yeah.
think's funny is whenever I go, because I did go to like my first few reunions, I always looked better. If you ever look back through my pictures, and someday I'll post like a TikTok or something that shows it's like reverse aging for me because now I use Botox and all that, where like a lot of the girls I went to school with, now they're all fat and
Oh my God.
guys are bald and shit.
I've been friend requested by a couple of them, and then like I'll get the request and then unfollow them because I don't want to see their bullshit. But dude, they look fucking terrible. And like
Hmm.
these are the girls who I guess got ran through and started like smoking, I don't know, some other stuff besides weed.
Yeah.
And they look fucking
But in
terrible. And
high
I'm just like,
school, they were popular, right?
they were. And I think
Hmm.
there's one who was popular and has aged fairly well and still looks good, but she never really left the state or the town.
Mm. Yep.
So it's fine. Still looks good, but it's like really odd. It's like good for you, but didn't really do anything. I don't know. It's
Yep.
weird. Let's see. I
Mm-mm-mm.
still have, oh my God, there's the picture from 2014. Jesus Christ. Wow. That's insane. That is incredibly insane. I don't know where half these motherfuckers are. There's
Mm.
my cousin in the back like an asshole. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, because I didn't want to go to the 10 year because I'm just like, it's been 10 years. It's not that long yet. Nothing's really happened, you know? That's why I didn't do that. And then so I skipped it and I was like, I'll go to the I'll go to the 20.
Hmm.
That's what you told me. I was just like, yeah, I'll see what's up. See what's going down.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to hear.
It's gonna oh God. Well, I'll see where it is because it looks like we're doing activities and not just eating down and sitting down and drinking. I guess we're doing activities, so I might not be able to
Activities.
wear a suit. I might have to wear something just somewhat nice, so it'll be fine.
Kind
I'll
of
figure it. I'll
activities.
figure it out.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I will. Yeah, I'll try to dress nice and get a haircut and shave and all that other bullshit, and look good
Yes,
and see
definitely.
what happens. Yeah, because yeah, I did tell like yeah, there are people I've known for a while, and I've just told them it's like, listen, I'm gonna sit in the back and smoke weed and probably drink a little bit and get a little fucked up for this whole thing. 'Cause it's gonna be a shit show, and they're like, yep, we're
Mm.
gonna be right there with you. I'm like, good. We're just gonna have a little group of like degenerates. Because it's
Of it.
funny because like we were all kind of the good kids. Not really like the I guess we were kind of the art kids is what you'd say. That's who we were. But
Oh,
yeah,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
Art
now
kids.
so now we're just gonna be the degenerates in the back there of, of the room as everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm in this, I'm in that. I've been divorced and I have 4 kids. I'm like, good for you.
Oh yeah.
Good for you, people. Good for you.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I get that.
Speaking of divorced, I now know 4 women over the past 4 or 5 years who have gotten divorced. 2 of them have kids who are around 10 years old.
Mm.
And when I talked to a friend of mine, my friends in Knoxville, when I went to go see them for July 4th, I told that to Jackie, and she's like, "Yeah, I was, and she kind of pinpointed, like, yeah, is the daughter like 10 or 11?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's weird." She's like, "Yeah, she's like, I teach that class, and there are always a bunch of divorces in that class." I'm just like, that's fucking weird. Like, what's the trigger for that? Like,
Hmm.
what's the thing? It's like, has it been a decade, and then like people are just done? It's like, I've done it for 10 years. I'm out now. Like, what's the thing?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's very strange. I
Huh.
asked her, I was like, is there a does it just happen? Are people tired of it? She's like, I don't know. It's just that's the biggest group. That's the biggest group
Hmm.
of kids with the biggest problems because their parents are getting divorced or separating or something. I'm just like, that's
Hmm.
wild.
That is so weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. I do not get it.
Hmm.
But yeah, I was just like, it's so strange. And also what's even more weird is that it seems like, and if you look at their Facebook pages or their Instagrams, as soon as they announced like they were getting divorced, like 2 weeks later, they had pictures up of like some new guy. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they didn't take long. They didn't take very long at all.
Hmm.
The funniest thing as well is that all their new guys look like their old guys, just like
Yeah.
older. It's just, I don't know. It's just funny. It's just hilarious to me.
Hmm.
I don't get it.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna have to go to bed soon because I have an epic test at 8 in the morning, and that's my money. That makes my bread.
So you can do more roles in horror movies.
Exactly. Exactly. If I could act full time and make half of what I did, then I would go for it. But give me a few more years. I'll have to keep this will just be my side hobby,
Yep.
acting and podcasting and all that. I don't know many people that would, well, unless my kids moved out. My kids moved out. Though Zachary, I did make him come back and clear his room. I had to take my test up there because that's where the router is, right?
Yeah.
And the connection down in my room just wasn't strong enough because they actually get on Zoom and they're watching me while I'm taking the test to make sure I don't cheat. And I had to go sit in his room. Oh my God, it was a fucking nightmare up there. First of all, he always smoked like weed up there or vaped up there, even though I yelled at him. He spilt shit all over. It hadn't been vacuumed or dusted in a good 10 years. And like a lot of his shit was gone, but the filth was still there, like cobwebs on the walls and shit like that. And I'm in there trying to take this test. So I sent him a text. I said, you need to come home and clean that motherfucking room and vacuum it and clean the carpet, shampoo it. So he did. But he said it'll need a few more times. But yeah, I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm sitting there taking the test and there's a ant crawling up the wall. I'm like, you fucker. Fucking kids. So pissed.
Yeah. Oh well.
All I could think of was like, how did that ant get on the second floor? Like it wanted that food so bad. Or did it come in on somebody's clothes? But yeah, up on the second floor.
That's wild.
Yeah. Mm. Mm. Oh well, she's his problem now. Or he's her problem now. I'm
There
not
you go.
taking him back.
There you go. There you go.
He's gone.
Yep. Oh well.
Gone. Gone. Gone.
Do you have your
I
affirmation
do.
cards?
I do. I still have to fold clothes so I can put my other kids' clothes in the fucking dryer. Oh, that's something else while I'm getting my affirmation card. So you know how it was always we're always laughing about, what if somebody that like if I got arrested or uh my other kid got arrested and my youngest had to book us in.
Yeah.
Well, we did have a family member that got arrested, like a close family member to me. And my kid didn't say anything to me. I'm actually the one that brought it up to him because saw the mugshot. My friend Kathy had messaged me and she's like, is this your blah, blah, blah? And I was like, yeah. Like, God, that's a terrible picture. Why'd they take such a terrible picture? Well, it was my kid that booked this person in and took the picture and all that. And well, then did they ask you if you were my kid? And he goes, yeah, by the way, your name is Deborah. Because they were like, who's your mom? Deborah. I'm like, damn, son. Oh, but yeah, he said no, it wouldn't be good for this person if the other inmates knew he was related. So,
Oh, jeez.
yeah, which he doesn't know him. He doesn't know him, but I'm like, no, he wouldn't. That'd be cool, man. Family.
Oh,
Deny our family.
God.
But if you think about it, that's the second family member that has been booked at that jail since my kids started working there. Actually, more than that, because my neighbor, well, yeah, because I had another person, the close family member to me, that got arrested. I think it was last year. And then like my neighbor, the one that took one of the kittens, she was over here and she's like, oh, your son probably knows my daughters. They were just in jail. Tell them so and so and so and so said hi. I'm like, yeah, I'll tell my
Not
son your daughter
because
said hi.
not because they work at the same place. Not because like they go to the same like club or whatever. No, they went to jail. Oh, your son may have booked them. That's how we know. Let's go have tea. Like what the fuck?
Hey, I'm like, oh,
Oh, I love it. I love it.
yeah. Oh, Lordy be. Ah, oh, I am brave. I am fierce. This reminds me of that one movie. Uh, you probably never watched it, but it was like this movie from the 50s that was supposed to be based in the 50s, and it had this little girl looking in the mirror. I am brave. I am fierce. I can do hard fucking things. Yeah. Yeah, but every morning she had like this little girl she was taking care of, look in the mirror. I am smart. I is pretty. Yeah, because the mom thought she was fat and all that.
Oh, jeez.
That was a good movie. That was a good movie. The Help. That's what it was called.
Oh, the help. Okay. All right.
Yep, that was a good movie. fall 7 times and stand up 8. So basically, keep getting your ass up. All right. And we'll end it with a badass affirmation. These are better than the do good ones. How is this a badass one? I'm like trying, is there another card? Don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out. So I have always felt, and this is just probably the narcissist in me, I have never felt like I was here to impress the world. I've always felt like the world and everybody in it is here to try to impress me. And on that note,
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting.
yeah,
I guess we'll discuss next time.
yeah, I'm not here to impress the world. I am who I am. But if you want me to have that job, if you want to be my friend, if you want to date me, impress me. And you must have, Nick, because we're still talking.
That's true. That's true. Something happened somewhere, and this is still going on. So
Longest relationship I've had in a while. That and my cats.
Oh God, that's true. That's very true.
All right. If anybody has any advice, questions, concerns, send them to ericadyerpodcast@gmail.com.